Hey YouTube, this is Mirage95 here. It's been a while since I made a deck profile or a video of any sort for my channel. I've been super busy and I've been really lazy about posting anything. So here's the hero deck profile that I made after I gave up on Hat. I liked Hat, but I kind of didn't like the playstyle of it. So I switched over to this really underrated deck that will soon be overrated when Master Heroes come out. But all the videos on YouTube are all like Master Heroes or Master Hero builds, which we can't even play. So I think it'd be nice if I provided a profile for all you guys who want to play Heroes now. So here's the profile. I got 3 alias, Light, level 4, Hero, Gemini. What more can you ask for a card in a Hero deck? Gives you access to Shining, and it can't be Phoenix Chain because it's a vanilla on board. Double Ball Man, 3 is too cloggy, in my opinion. It does provide really good combo plays with Alias or the other level 4s. But I think 3 just got way too cloggy in testing. Like, opening multiple Bowman's like not that great. You want to have a small monster lineup so you can abuse this card also. And you need to play this card because if you want to go for Shining, the best is to go for, well, the only way is to go for either Thunder King and a Hero, or Bowman and an Alias, and then you can get a Bowman and an Alias off the Shining when it floats, you know, when it gets its effect. So you can make an Exceed played next turn, or whatever turn it got destroyed. Then you got 2 Fire and 2 Ice. Gives you access to Absolute Zero and Nova Master, which is very, very good. They will see a drop in play because of Shadal's. It's not good against Winda and stuff like that. But it's still good cards nonetheless. And also Fuse Miracle Fusion a lot, because you just keep crashing and then getting monsters in the graveyard. 1 Thunder King Ryo, probably one of the best stun cards. Spellbooks have seen an increase in play, because, you know, base lolly high school deck. It's really good stopping spellbooks. It's one of the best first turn plays, just summoning it with back row. You can't do Thunder King set 5, but Thunder King set 4 sounds pretty good. And then 1 Karkar-D for consistency and to just get through your deck. This deck doesn't have that many +1s, you know, inherent +1s like Mermello or Stratos. Cough, cough, hint, hint, Konami. So Karkar-D is a good choice, just to go through your deck. So that's the monsters. It's 11. Now we're going to get to your 18 spell cards. That's a lot of spells. 3 Miracle Fusion. Still one of the best top decks in the game. Just sacking in is getting a 32 beater or any giant monster off 1 card is really good. You got to be very careful when you play this card though with Shadal's, because they can use their materials from their main deck. So then they'll get, you know, they'll outpace your deck. Because heroes are not really the fastest deck. They're a control-based deck. Shadal's are too, but they can get really aggressive. So yeah, so be careful when you play this. Like, use it as a last resort, or if you know you can OTK them or kill them that turn, then do it then. 3 Duality. Consistency is very important in this deck. Without this card, this deck would be not as good, even though it's not the greatest right now. It still can be really good. But you need to go through your deck and get your trap cards and stuff. And then you got 2 E-Call on 2 Rhoda. I'm not maxing out on the E-Calls because I'm only running 5 targets. And I don't want to open up multiple search cards with multiple monsters in hand without having any trap cards, so I think the 2 and 2 ratio is really good. Like, I see it when I want to see it, and then when I don't want to see it, I don't see it, so that's good. Let me just put that into one pile again. We're playing 2 Spark, 3 is too cloggy, there's only 1 target in the deck. Gem Spark isn't good on its own. It's one of your +1s if you bait out a card with it. Like, you go Alias, they bottomless. You Spark, you destroy their card, you draw a card, they lose 3 cards to your 2 cards, and you know, whatever math. So you play 2 Spark. 2 Lance, you need your monsters to float in the deck. Well, not float, but like stick onto the board. And Lance really helps. And you can also beat over Midrash or Winda, whatever you want to call it, with any monsters besides Bowman and Karkar-D with this card. So that's really good. 2 Space Typhoon. I like it better than Wiretap in the deck, simply because Wiretap, you have to set it for a turn, and sometimes it interrupts with your Bubbleman plays. What I mean by interrupting with Bubbleman plays, if you have a Bubbleman, just like the only card in your hand, and you just need to draw something to just use and then get the Ballman +2, Wiretap's not going to be really that useful. Plus, if I don't play this card, your Sylvan matchup and your Spellbook matchup will be worse, because the tower will keep getting pluses unless you have the Spark, and there's Fertilizer and all that stuff, so, yeah. Then you got Book of Moon, very good card. Don't know why it would ever get dropped from the main board, but whatever. 1 Dark Hole, standard. Well, not standard, but it's a really good way to plus off your opponent in the deck, because, as I said before, this deck doesn't have that many +1s, so... That's the spells. It's 18 trap cards. We're playing 2 forms of Floodgate, Skill Drain, and Double Veni's Emptiness. Veni's Emptiness is going to see an increase of play. It's like a $16 common right now. Stops Soul Charge, Shaddoll Fusion, Dionea, Sanctum, all that stuff. And Skill Drain stops everything else. The reason why I'm playing 2 and 2, not like 3 of one and 0 of the other, or siding 1 of the other, because I want to have all-around better matchups. Like, this is good against Spellbooks, but this sucks against them. This is good against Dragons, but this sucks against them. This is okay against Mermails, this is great against them, etc., etc. Yeah, so 4 Floodgates in the main board is really good. The Veni's Emptiness can interfere with your hands, with, you know, the special summon, because this destroys on a separate chain link, or something like that. So you want to do this when you have, like, a big fusion or a big monster on board. So, you got Double D Prison. I'm thinking about running triple because of Winda, and just to stop them from getting their Shaddoll Fusion back and stuff. But 2 seems to be working pretty fine. I still got to test against Shaddolls more. 1 Torrential. Kind of obvious it's Torrential. Bottomless. Compulse. Warning, and a Hero Blast. This card is a +1, but sometimes it's dead. So, that's it for the main deck. It's 11 traps, so it's 11, 18, 11. Then you got the extra deck. You got Double Shining. You only need 2. You can, if you go for a first Shining and use the first Shining as a material for the second one, you can just return it to your extra deck. 2 zeros. Probably my favorite one. It sucks when it gets 101 because it doesn't blow up, because it doesn't be considered as removed from the field, but yeah. 1 Nova Master. You only need 1 of this card. It's okay. And 1 Scary Deo, because of Shaddolls Black. So that's the fusions. And then you got Excalibur, Blade Armor, Exiton, 101, Abyss Dweller, Black Ship, Daigusto Emerald, Bang Bang Skeet Skeet, and Crazy Box. I do not have a Castell yet, because the set just came out today, and I haven't been going to my local yet. I'll go tomorrow and try to pick one up. But the Crazy Box is for the Skill Drain, of course, so yeah. And then the sideboard. It's not finalized like the sideboard, but yeah. Double Maxi. Double Poly, which is like a $7 card now. 1 Mind Control. Needle. Deep Dark. Memory. This is for hat and stuff. 1 Light Mirror. 2 Shadow Mirror. 2 Debunk. And then double Wire tap. So that is the hero deck profile. There's not really much to explain except for like my choices and stuff, but this deck can be good, and it does surprise your opponent when you're playing heroes. So this is Mirage Chicken 95, and I'm out. Peace, guys.